What's going on, Sumolings? Thank you for joining us for another product walkthrough webinar. I am Lindsay, and I am joined by the team over at Qubely. Qubely is a feature-rich Gutenberg toolkit that offers a robust page building experience for anyone building a WordPress website. It is available on AppSumo right now, starting at just $49 for a lifetime deal. Before we dive into the tool and show y'all how to get set up, I just want to tell you a few quick things. The first is that if you want to tell us a little bit about your use case, if you want to tell us why you're interested in Qubely, we would love to hear about that over in the chat room over on the right-hand side. The second thing is if you want to tell us a little bit about, or if you want to ask us any questions, if you want to ask any questions, or if you want to know about how the deal is set up, anything like that, you can go ahead and leave those questions in the Q&A box down below the video. We do have a Qubely team member on standby to answer those questions, but we will also be circling back to some of those questions at the end of the walkthrough. The third thing is that there will be a replay of this available, so you can watch this replay truly as many times as you want, but also if you need to step out, that's totally okay. All right, I think that's it for me. So Kanda, how are you doing? Oh, I think we froze a little bit. Sikander, how you doing? Did we lose him as soon as the start of the
Yeah,
oh, there
I think we lost him.
He was doing, oh, there he is. Hey, Sikander, how are you doing? I think we're muted and frozen. That's okay. Oh, I think, hello? It just rearranged the squares for me. Who doesn't love Zoom calls? Let us know in the chat box how tired of Zoom calls y'all are. And let's see. I mean, I can keep talking. You want me to talk? I can read the copy to you. We have some people joining. Hello, everybody joining us. We are excited for y'all to join us today. Again, if you have any questions, technology is great when it works. I know. Luckily, this tool is great and is not currently the problem. And it does also have 5 tacos on AppSumo, which is a pretty good sign. Hey, you're moving. That's great.
Sorry, the internet got switched. So I'm Sikandar Badshah. I'm from Qubely team, and I'm mainly working as a business development manager. So I lead the customer support team. So I'll be hosting this webinar today and showing you how Qubely works and how you can use it, because I've been studying the use cases and working closely with the developers to add new features and communicate with the users that they are happy or not. So this is about me.
Amazing. I'm going to go ahead and pass this over to you. I'm going to turn off my mic and my camera, but let me know when you're ready for those questions. Sumo links, if you have any questions, go ahead and leave those in the Q&A box down below the video. You want to take it away?
So, sure. So I'll be starting the video right now, sharing my screen. So give us a shout out if you can hear us clearly.
Looks good.
Okay. So I have just set up a fresh website that does not have any kind of setups or any kind of theme activated. So this is a fresh site, and I like to test everything with Astra because it has features to hide everything. So I'll just go over to customize and make the theme ready to build a site. So I'll be showing how you can create an actual site with our plugin. So I'll go to the sidebar and hide the sidebar. And for everything, there will be no sidebars anywhere. And I'll also hide the footer because I'll be adding a footer from Qubely sections. And from the global section, I'll set the container to full width. So everything is ready to go. Now I'll head over to the plugin section and I'll be activating Qubely plugin and Qubely Pro, because Pro has much more ready sections and everything. And I will not activate the license key because I am right now testing everything. So I can test everything and anything I want without activating the license key, because we follow the practices of GPL, and which requires you not to limit any kind of features or anything just because someone has not paid. So this is why all of our plugins works without activating the license. You should always activate the license on your production websites. So I will activate one more extra plugin, Gutenberg, because that gives us the opportunity to have a full width builder to get a better experience. If you do not want to activate it, that's totally up to you, but I'll be using for this webinar today. So I'll go to the pages section and I'll add new page. I'll name it as home and save it for a reference just to be safe. Okay, so you can see already that there is an import layout button. We can click here and we can see that there are more than 150 sections, and each section has different kinds of designs and different kinds of practices and different kinds of typography, different kinds of arrangement and everything. And there are also starter packs. Starter packs work like as a theme. So despite having Astra, you can use a ready-made theme or ready-made templates for each pages to design everything faster, because Astra does not offer you any kind of ready-made sections or ready-made designs that can be used in a site right away. So you will need to design every kind of sections. But if you use our starter packs over Astra, then you will have a complete site within just minutes. You just click on the import button and it's done. So you can see that there is a home page, vendors page, contact page, gallery page, about page, and this is the same for all the layouts, the common pages that you are going to need to build an entire website. Each starter pack has all the common pages for each website, and you can also save the sections as a reusable block and use them later to mix and match or combine and make a different page if you want. So that's totally up to you. The difference between sections and starter packs is that sections are individual and independent designs that only helps you to complete a specific section or specific feature or a specific design only for a specific part of a page. But a starter pack can work for the entire site or can work for the entire page. So as I'll be building a page from scratch, I'll be using sections, and the first part usually is done from the call to action or from a different section called feature or different section called project. So you can start with anyone you want or anyone you like. You can just go through the designs and filter them, or you can go to all sections and scroll and see which one fits your case best. So I will pick one from the call to action, click on import. The image and everything is downloaded. Please be aware that we might not have all the rights for the images. So before using them in commercial projects or client projects, please make sure that you are using your own images. These images are placed only for demo purposes. So we do not ensure the licensing capability or reselling or resharing capability. So from here, you can just replace the text or replace the images as you want, and you can just start your site. So this is the first section I'm done with. Next, I'm going to add one more section. And I'll add a footer. So you can see that normally in Elementor or any other product, you have to select each widget individually, select each icons individually, build menus individually, and then put them into widgets. So it takes a lot of time, but in our case, we have everything ready and everything is just a piece of text. So you can just change it any way you want and place a link any way you want, or fill an URL any way you want, and then save it, or use a different layout or replace this layout any way you want, or you can just swap things or change things in any column from any district, or you can just go inside the navigation section and pick out anything you want or any section you want. So this is quite easier, and this is what we're trying to improve. There is one little problem that I want to show you, that you have already seen. We have a global settings feature that can be loaded from here. This feature, what it does, it helps you to pick out typography and colors and everything and apply to the entire page and to the entire site. So you can control everything from one place. You don't have to go inside every single block and then customize its settings and then change the typography and change its alignment and change the drop shadow, change the color. So that will take a lot of time. But if you set in global settings, then everything can be done from one place. Right now, this is not working in our existing sections. We are updating this. So very soon you will be able to control all the sections at once, all the pages at once, the entire site at once. So this will be a really helpful feature. So I'll just save it and view the page. Okay. Right now, it does not look like a complete site because it has some extra parts here. So I'll just remove this. If you select Qubely canvas, everything will be gone. It will be a blank page and all the header, footer, menu, everything will be gone, and it will be a blank page and it will show only the designs. So if you want, you can use the Gutenberg block or their menu feature, or you can use Qubely blocks or design a menu if you want, or if you want to use the themes menu, then you can keep it as a default template and you can hide the header footer. So, so sorry, I think I made a mistake. The page did not update properly. Okay, so they're back. So I think there could be some kind of settings. So you can just enable, disable, and everything you want, and you can get your wanted outline as you want. So here you can see that the logo places here, the image, the menu link is here, and everything you can place and everything you can customize the way you want. So I think that will be enough to understand that what features Qubely offers or the features there is there. I'm not showing you everything about how things can be configured or what kind of features are available, what kind of controls are available, because there are too many controls and granular controls. Like every single CSS property you can write and everything you want to control, every kind of color you want to control, every kind of features you want to enable or disable or add an extra line of text. You can see that even if I enable a small feature like subtitle, you can see that subtitle has also the settings, granular settings from everything. So these things might feel like too much to show or too much to to understand. So I'm not showing you everything at once so that you don't feel overwhelmed with all the settings. You can just go into the settings and discover what things are there, or when you're doing something, or like you are converting a website from PSD to WordPress, then you can see that what features are available or what things you need to customize. Let's say you need to enable a drop shadow here. So you need to go into the style settings and see if there is a drop shadow setting, and then from the typography or advanced typography or text transform, you can use all the features from here. So for now, the global settings and the ready sections and the starter templates, that are the most attractive thing, or that is the main problem that we try to solve in Gutenberg that no one else has, because the amount of starter packs or the amount of ready sections is the highest in the market that we are offering at this moment. This is the main selling point we have, or the main feature we have, I would like to say, from my perspective, my understanding. So I think this would be all for now. So I'll be taking all your questions from now on and try to answer all of those, because that will help us to build the real understanding.
All right. Simulings, if you have any questions that you would like to leave down below, you can go ahead and do that. The first question that we have here is, I missed, why do you need the Gutenberg plugin?
Okay. So the Gutenberg plugin is I am using to get the design. You can see, okay, I'll share my screen again. Here you can see that I have a full width screen. If I disable the Gutenberg plugin, if I deactivate, the editor window changes. The editor is going to look like it has a menu on the left and it has configuration on the right. So things might not look the same, or things might look different, or you might have a different kind of features or different kinds of outlines here. So I always try to use the latest version of the Gutenberg to have the maximum amount of features and get the maximum output from the editor. But if you do not want to use, then that's totally fine.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Is the content lost if your plugin is removed?
No, the content will be the same place, but the CSS will be broken because the plugin hosts all the CSS files or the styles. So the styles will be gone, but do not worry, nothing will be removed or nothing will be lost. If you install the plugin again or activate the plugin again, then everything is going to come back. No data will be deleted if you delete the plugin.
Amazing. And Sumalangs, just so you all know, we only have one more question here. So if you have any questions, go ahead and leave those in the Q&A box. We would love to answer them. How does this work with Divi, and what are the different settings for different devices?
Okay, so Divi is already a page builder. So Divi and Gutenberg are totally different things. They don't go side by side because Divi is a different editor and Gutenberg is a different editor. So if you are using Divi, then you will have to stick with Divi. But if you are using Gutenberg, you will have to stick with Gutenberg. There is one more option here, or one more great thing about Gutenberg is you can use 5 different blocks from 5 different vendors. Gutenberg gives you the freedom to use the best from everyone else. So if you think the feature section is better in our plugin, you can use that. If you think a pricing section is better on some other plugin, you can use that on the same page. But if you are going to use Divi, then you will be forced to use the features only available in Divi. You will not be able to use from a block from or a section from a different vendor. So I think Gutenberg would be more better for you and give you more freedom.
Amazing. Thank you. We have a question here. I saw the animation option. Can this be applied to a column or a group of blocks?
So this question is about the animation, right?
Yes, it is.
So let me share my screen and show you again. So to understand that, okay, I need to hide this section. Okay, so if you need to understand better the uh, animation settings, so I'll take a new page and show you from a starter pack, because that has everything ready. The ice cream, I really like this one. Okay, so when I view this page, you can see that the text came from below and things are moving with the scroll, and these are quite one directional, but you can control every single detail from every single different element, so everything can move freely. And we have tried to do something fancy in our demo site, Qubely.io. You can check all the demos and all the features here. We have a page called interaction here. Okay, sorry, there's a mistake. Themium. Okay. So the interaction link can be found in the product page, themem.com/product/Qubely. This is the highest amount of animation we have used in a page. So this takes a little bit time to load because there's a lot of JavaScript animation. Everything is triggering here. So this feature, I believe, is not perfect yet, and we need more time to make it perfect and make it more beautiful or more smoother. So this is still in the initial stage, and you can see that it is moving with the scroll. You can see the bubbles are moving individually, and also here we have used at least like 4 or 5 images, and they move with scroll, they rotate with scroll. So there can be one directional transitions, or there can be multiple directional transitions within the same space. But there is a problem at this moment that Gutenberg does not allow you to view everything in the backend, and all the scripts are not executed in the backend at this moment. So Gutenberg still needs to allow things to work more better way and get the animations in a better way. So at this moment, you can just use minimal things like we have used in the ice cream template. In this section, on the advanced section, you have animation options. These are the basic ones. These are the ones that you have seen that coming from down below or coming from left side or right side. These are the basic options. This is working perfectly, and you can use these settings without any problem. So everything is working fine here in the animation options. The more complicated option at the last I have shown you in the interaction page. This is the thing I have showed you, that everything is moving individually and you can control every single item individually. This thing is located inside the interaction option. And here, this is quite complex. If you do not understand how to move things vertically, or how to position things vertically, or like there is a scroll option you need, or rotate option you need, or skew option you need, then I think you do not have expertise at this moment. But if you understand how things work, how animations work, or if you have experience with video producing, then I think it will be easy for you to understand and easy for you to implement and everything. So these options are already there, but I would not recommend using the interaction option at this moment. We need more time to make it perfect, but the animation option is totally fine and working very nicely. So you can give that a try today.
Amazing. Thank you. We have a follow-up question from one of the previous ones. Can you address mobile?
Okay, so I would really appreciate if this question can be in more detail, like what you are expecting in terms of mobile devices, like responsiveness, like the speed, or
Sure.
like arranging the elements in terms of mobile. So it will be easier for me to answer this question.
Totally. Scott, if you hear that, go ahead and give us some more information. We'd love to address your question. Tim has a follow up question about Divi. Is the plugin not compatible if using Divi, or not all of the features will be available?
Okay, as I've said already, that Divi takes over the entire page. So if you are using Divi in the home page, you will be able to use all the features of Divi in the home page. And in the about page, if you're using Gutenberg, then you will be able to use Gutenberg side by side. So in different pages, Divi and Gutenberg can exist. They can coexist quite well. But if you want to use Divi and Gutenberg in the same page, this is not possible at this moment.
Cool. Um, will can a starter pack work as an isolated page, or do they overwrite theme settings?
Yes, yes, totally. Actually, it was the main target. Let's say you have a major brand, something like Pepsi, or something major brand like Coca-Cola, and you are running a Mother's Day campaign, or let's say Father's Day campaign, or Friendship Day campaign. So for campaigns, you are going to need a different type of landing page, or you are like doing email marketing. So you need a different type of landing page that has more type of content squeeze and optimized for conversion, and you need to do everything from the same page. So in that case, starter packs fits really well. So if you want to use only one template only on a specific page, that will totally work, and that was actually the target. So it is made for that purpose.
Awesome. Will the lag in scrolling negatively impact user experience?
Okay, will the lag in scrolling negatively impact user experience? The lag in scroll was only in terms of the interaction. That is a quite complex feature, and we need to perfect that option. So for now, I have already told that we are not recommending using it. It is an experimental feature. So just for testing purpose, you can use that. And I have too many things running in my local host and my computer. So it's not that fast or not that ready yet to uh, take everything at this moment. But if you have a good machine, you can give this a try and you can use it. But in the user end, if you compress everything, compress the JavaScripts properly, and there are less images, less scripts, and more text, and you optimize things properly, then there will be no lag. But we definitely need more time to perfect the interactions. But the animations are totally well, and there will be no lag.
Cool. Thank you. Is there a conflict using Elementor like there is with Divi?
No, at this moment we do not have any kind of report of conflict. So even if it's Elementor, DV, Beaver, any kind of builder you can use side by side.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. So we got some clarifications from Scott regarding mobile. He wants to see what the adjustments are, for example, for an iPhone 11. There are
Okay,
11
so at this
iPhones.
moment we do not have settings for device specific responsiveness, but we have a specific breakpoints. Let me just show you. So in terms of mobile devices, we have an option in the global settings. So when you are configuring global settings, you will get an option called global container width. So this container width or breakpoints can be seen from here, that our landscape mobile starts from 576, tablet for 768. These are the points we start from. But if you want to adjust that, you can adjust the mobile outlines from here. And as I was saying, that the Gutenberg plugin I was using gives you an extra feature to understand how it will work on mobile devices, or how it is going to display on different kind of devices. The Gutenberg extra plugin gives you that option. So you can check the preview from the backend, but it's still not perfect yet. So the backend building experience for mobile devices or responsive devices is not perfect yet. So after the 5.5 release, I think it will be more perfected, and you will be able to pick up everything based on the devices. At this moment, you will have to have a separate device on the side and run the scripts just like you used to do earlier when you are converting page to HTML and refreshing the page constantly and seeing the code if it is running properly. So for now, it will be quite like the old practice, but after the major release of WordPress 5.5, I think this mobile development experience will be improved.
Awesome. Thank you. Total newbie here. Hi, Peter. If I host with GoDaddy, do I just create a new page as a WordPress page and then I can use Qubely from there? Question.
Yes, there is no restriction with hosting, or there is no restrictions with anything at this moment. So you can, if you have an existing WordPress site, you just install Qubely and start using it. There's no extra configuration or installation needed. It's just a simple plugin.
Awesome. And we did get a nice review from Jose, who says he likes Qubely more than Divi. He got a lifetime license yesterday and he's really happy. So there you go.
I'm really glad to know that. I think Qubely is going to democratize the web development experience more better in WordPress. In fact, Gutenberg is going to democratize the web development experience, as they are offering that you can use any vendor anywhere. So there will be no kind of monopoly or no kind of getting locked in with specific set of features from specific set of vendors. So I personally actually like Gutenberg more.
Yeah, I like this. And yeah, Qubely has been doing really well amongst Sumolings and has been getting a lot of rave reviews. So I guess I shouldn't be surprised that people are so happy with it. We have three more questions here. What about accountability score? That's not what that means. What about well, okay, it says, what about
I think
actability scores with Google Page Speech? I don't know what that word's supposed to be. You
I
tell me.
think they meant accessibility scores.
Okay.
I have tested the page speeds and accessibility. In terms of accessibility, we have not implemented anything for the disabled people. Sorry, I'm not an English speaker, so
You're
please
doing
pardon
great.
my language. So for the devices that are used by the disabled people, are not optimized at this moment for Qubely. We have not implemented special kinds of markup or anything at this moment, but we have tried to follow the WordPress standard practices. So the elements are somewhat ready for the accessibility devices or people with accessibility needs. It's halfway there, but we will have a total accessibility audit at the end of this year, and we will try to implement more the accessibility features. And about the page speed, I have just tested last night, and with a simple block, I have got A grade everywhere, and the page loaded within half of a second. So I think it is quite optimized for page speeds. You just need to use some kind of caching or optimizing plugin that is going to leverage the browser caching feature. So that is going to do the job for you. You just need an extra caching plugin. That's it.
Awesome. Thank you. Do you have a roadmap for the community to track new feature rollouts and bug fixes?
Uh, as we have the highest number of blocks in the market, highest number of ready sections in the market, highest number of status sections at the market, so it will be quite risky for us to reveal our plans or show that these are the things we are going to work on at this moment. So if you need some kind of feature, you just send email to support that I need this kind of feature, is this in your plan? We can able to communicate and share the details with you. Or if you need to see the designs or help us to improve the designs, implement the designs, you are totally welcome. You can send us pencil sketches that I want this feature to work like this is not working out for me. This is how we work. Actually, we work with the users and here listen to them, their feedbacks, how they want to use things. So we are going to definitely work with you together. So just reach us if you need anything.
Thanks. Awesome tool. If I jump all in and create 5 or 50 websites, are you in the know on the viability of the company? If disabled, what happens to the Qubely blocks? Do they become text blocks?
Okay. If you Google Themium, you can see that we have been in the business from 2013, and it is a sister concern of Joom Shaper. Joom Shaper is currently one of the top 3 companies in Joomla CMS industry, and Joom Shaper exists from 2009. So it's nearly 10 years that we are in the market. And you can also check out the reviews for our products. We tried our best to get the 5-star reviews, and offer 5-star quality services. So I don't think there is any kind of risks involved at this moment. And that this is actually the reason that when people said that you should decrease the price or you should offer things in a low price, this is why we were not able to decrease our prices, because we are here to stay and we have to invest in our support department and we have to invest in our research and development department. In fact, we have at least 4 years worth of plans to develop everything and increase everything. So this is why our prices are higher, and this is why we have a longer plan to sustain in the market and help you grow. So I don't think, at least in nearly 5-6 years, you have to worry about the plugin or the product going out of business or the company going out of business.
I'm being told that was a great answer. I agree. Thank you. How do you keep up with security and updates?
Security is one of our highest concerns at this moment. If you check our blog, you can see that we are regularly working with security companies from many different countries and many different backgrounds. And we ourselves are reaching out to security reports and trying to fix issues as soon as possible. Recently, we have fixed a bug in our another product called Tutor LMS within 24 hours of getting a report. So companies or products like WP Astra or companies like WordFence, the security companies, they reach us directly and we try our best to fix everything as soon as possible. So there will be no kind of negligence on fixing security updates.
Thanks. All right, this is the last question I have here. Simulings, that's your cue to get your questions in if you got them. If we buy a lifetime license for 10 websites, can we later upgrade for more?
Yes, you can upgrade as long as the offer in AppSumo exists. You can stack them anytime you want. But after the deal is over, I think we are not going to have the lifetime plan in our site for a good amount of time.
All right. So now's your moment. Sumolings, get your codes. We got this. Oh, we have another question here, but I wanted to read this comment that we got from Christy. I've started playing with my lifetime license as well, and I love it. I think it'll replace many other plugins and page builders. Amazing. All right. This last question from Jason. Do you have downtime or do you have techs in every time zone?
Yes, we have some kind of downtime at this moment. Our customer support or live chat is covered 22 hours a day. So there is a 2 hours gap, but I don't think that is going to cause you any problem because we are trying to hire more people and the support team is working 6 days a week. So at this moment we are closed on Sundays and the development team is away on Saturdays and Sundays. So on the weekends the response is going to be slow, and if you report us any kind of technical question or some kinds of complicated queries, so you will have to wait until Monday. But from Monday to Friday you are always going to help as soon as possible. And as you may have already noticed, we are from Dhaka, Bangladesh. We are just a country beside India. So if you reach us in Indian office hours, that is going to be the fastest time. And in different hours like European office hours or US office hours, things can be quite slow because the development support will not be available. The developers work on Asian time zones, so you will only have access to the support staff and they'll get it resolved 24 hours max.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to go ahead and close up here. We just got another comment in the chat room that says, just get the unlimited lifetime license. It's worth it. So Sumolings, you heard them. The people are speaking and they think that you should get your license. You can go to appsumo.com/Qubely to redeem your codes. They're starting at just $49 for a lifetime deal. And yeah, you can go ahead and let us know how it's working for you in the comments. Of course, if you have any more questions about the deal, you can go ahead and leave those questions also on the deal page. And yeah, we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to know how it's working for you. Of course, it's backed by AppSumo's 60-day guarantee. So you can go ahead and get set up, start playing around with it, fall in love with it, and never return it. Because apparently that's what's happening. Cool stuff. You guys are doing it right. Gutenberg is the future. Yeah, thank you everybody in the chat for all of your great comments. This seems like a very beloved tool. So thank you, Sikander, for going ahead and showing us all of this today.
You're welcome.
You are awesome. All right, everybody, have a good one. And thank you so much again for your time.